Hey, my name is Badass Benny. Welcome to my channel. If you're an ACE, AMAC, and sex human trafficking survivor, you're in the right place. And it won't cost you a penny to like and subscribe and share worldwide. Today, I wanted to share a personal story about healing and how I got started. And I want to show you a picture of a dog that I had at the time. His name was CoCo. And CoCo really helped me with my healing. And I'll tell you, this is CoCo. I don't know if you can see him. That's CoCo. CoCo, my little brother was working at a pet shop, and I saw this little dog and had big ears, and I called it and it came right to me, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta take this dog. This puppy, so cute. And I haven't, that's how it was. And so, excuse me, I'm gonna get some water. So I took CoCo home, and he got named and everything, and he was getting older, and we were close. And I just remember being I was like 30, and I was driving a school bus. I was a type 2 school bus driver. I dealt with wheelchairs, special needs kids, ambulatory kids, developmentally disabled kids in foster homes and wheelchairs, and kids, that are in wheelchairs and deathbed type of stuff. I have lots of stories. But with CoCo, I want to stick to CoCo, and healing, and that reminds me too, a lot of the kids on my school bus, I've done a lot of healing work with them too. I mean, they just touched me. Their stories made me think about me as a human being. Some of these special needs kids and their families and what they go through. So I'm going to cry if I talk about, I have to write down, stories that come up, and so I'm going to write it down. And that's me. I write everything down. I'm old school. So with CoCo, I just remember worker of Chico Unified. I'd hurt my back. I have a herniated disc in L5S1, and I have sciatica, both legs now. At the time, it was just the left leg, and I'm older now. And my injury had, all I did was bend at the waist to eat, and, I was sitting down on a couch, and there was a chair, and so I've been seeing the chiropractor. Oh, I love this chiropractor. So I remember being an athlete and then losing my physical power. I used to bench press 175. Very strong person, physically strong. And I threw a baseball at 78, 70 miles an hour when I was like 19. 18, 19, and I was at a circus. You throw the ball, and they had this thing, and they would catch it, see how fast you threw it, and they were just like, do it again. And I did it again, 78, 79 miles an hour, and I had an arm on me, and just a strong, I was an athlete, so, and so when I lost my physical power with my back, I was playing soccer too. I had to stop because I was in denial that I hurt my back from work. It was an industrial accident. I was lifting an electric wheelchair and turned and twisted, and that was it. There's more story to it, but I'll tell that later. But, and then I wasn't working, and I think what I learned back then is that your physical and your spiritual are connected. And it was making me and forcing me to look at my sexual assaults. That's what I'm trying to say. And Kokomo, when I first saw the picture, I kind of teared up, you know. But Kokomo, I was crying. I remember calling Rape Crisis Center and where I lived, and I told them, you know, I don't feel good. And things were coming up for me, you know. I was get in the middle of a divorce, and I had 3 kids I was taking care of, and I was wondering, you know, how am I going to take care? How am I going to take care of these 3 kids on my own with a broken neck? You know, that was a broken neck, but that's a little later. See, I have stories. But first it was Kokomo, and I remember he heard me crying. Like, not a whimper cry. It's like when you start your sexual assault healing. I remember calling Rape Crises. They said on the other line, you know, I was feeling suicidal, but I didn't know. I wasn't connected to that. I just said I don't feel good. And then the person on the other line was the director, one of the supervisors, you know, and I was feeling feelings. And my dog jumped up on my bed, Kokomo. And he cried with me. He let me grab him. He was whimpering, like, you know, because I was... It's more of a cry. It's a pain that it's animalistic in a way. When you're in pain, the way I was. And I'm grateful for Kokomo. When I moved there, I had to... I wasn't able to take care of him the way I could, and so I gave him to a neighbor because she would take him in, you know, because he'd go there and see a girl dog that, you know, very sweet, but she would keep him. You know, that's not cool, and I had to make boundaries with her, you know. But when I left, with my 3 kids, got a divorce and everything, because when you hurt your back, you know, when you deal with pain or chronic pain, it's common that you get a divorce. Divorces are high. But I want to tell you, Kokomo, I love this animal. And I don't know if he's still here with us anymore, but I gave him to my neighbor. And I packed up all my stuff and asked for help from friends and my kids and got out of there. It was a very conservative area too. And anyway, I just wanted to share that sometimes I remember the first beginning of healing, it's like hell. And if you don't understand what's going on, or you don't understand the feelings, or to put the words on it, it's okay. But the thing is, you got to pick up the phone and talk to people and let them know that you're a sexual assault survivor and you're having flashbacks and you're feeling feelings, and you know, and they'll stay on the line for 15 minutes. It's like a hotline, you know, and then you can call back if you need to. And that's what you need to do, and that's what I needed to do to get sober, because the alcohol wasn't doing anything for me at that time. I have 25 years of no alcohol, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm going to do this because this is what I do. And I do this. I don't know where that came from. Maybe I had an Italian stepmother. She was Catholic, and she did that. And I don't know. A medium taught me how to do this. Madame Ruby in my hometown. So, what are you going to do to take care of yourself today?